Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again thank you for stopping by. So it's the final part of the Tamiya Sand Scorcher build, and this is the one I've been really looking forward to. As I'm making this intro, the engine bay still hasn't turned up, so I'm kind of washing my hands of that for now. But we do have the alloy front bumper, the alloy cage and the alloy wheels to fit. Plus, once we get the wheels done, we're going to do the tyre writing, and it's just going to transform this car into something next level, I think. Well, it will. But anyway, before we get into that, I'd just like to give a massive thank you, as always, to EuroRC for sponsoring today's video. If you don't know, EuroRC can be found on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and of course their amazing website. I'll put a link to their website in this video's description, and I'll pin it in the comment section. Within there you'll find a link to the website, and also the most important bit is our Tamiya Legends 5% promo discount code. So anything you order you get 5% saving, which is awesome. So yeah, massive thank you to EuroRC. Right then, let's bring the camera over and we'll get these bits done. First process, I guess, we'll better get the wheels done so I can get the tyre writing, because it'll take a couple of coats, and then when we're waiting that for dry we can fit the other bits. Let's get cracking. Right, let's get into this. Just obviously we've got to start with a quick look at the car itself. It's gorgeous. Right, down here. So these are all just off eBay. I just did a Sand Scorcher search. I think these two came from the same place in the USA. No packaging, that's how they come. But you get all your fixings for it. So that's just a basic cage in alloy. This is a bumper I went for. A lot of them, or a lot of people go for the sort of matching front one, but I liked this one just because it was a little different. And then the alloy, so they're not full alloy wheels, they're just the covers, and I went for the full face one because I just fancied it. And they're from this company here. Again, this is eBay, so yeah, quite easy to find. Right, first part of call, I guess, is get the wheels off the car, get these alloy ones fitted on, and then we can do a tyre writing. Right, slight change of plan. I've had to put some paint on the wheels. Yeah, that was kind of unexpected. So this gap here, the plastic inners come through the centre of it. So just had to get a little bit of silver paint and just put it on there. That's a little bit disappointing. I hope that, anyway, we'll see how it looks. Anyway, easy job. Put the front bumper on, and that looks absolutely gorgeous. Love that. Gives you 2 screws to do it, then you just use the same washers. But yeah, that's the look I wanted. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that other bumper. Nothing wrong with it, the other alloy one. But yeah, that's cool. Right, now, bit of a bigger job. We've got to take this cage off, so we have to take this exhaust system out first, which is on these 3 screws down here. The other 2 are there. Anyway, yeah, let's whiz it off and then we'll build the other one up. Right, that was a bit of a mission to get the back one on, especially get that exhaust on. It's all a good fit, it's just a little bit of trial and error, and like don't tighten the frame fully up until it's in the final position. But yeah, looks great, doesn't it? Looks really cool. Very happy with that. And yeah, I like the exhaust system as well. So if that motor engine bay doesn't turn up, it's not going to be the end of the world. Look at that. That looks cool as. Right, let's see if we can. Oh, just while I'm here, I'll show you. Did I show you what I did with wheels? I had to paint the inners, but that's drying now. So let's build one up, see what it looks like. Right, that's the wheels done. I'm not too sure how I feel about them. They need polishing up. I've got my grubby fingerprints all over them, but I probably won't know until they're on the car. See that white? I mean, most of that gets covered with the wheel nut, but it looks white, but it's actually painted silver. But you just can't really match it. Might not actually be important to match it once they're on. But yeah, now is a horrible job of tyre writing. Fronts are terrible, but not nearly as bad as those rears. This is pretty horrendous, but it has to be done. And I'm going to go with silver tyre writing, so we'll see how that goes. Right, that actually wasn't as bad as I expected. Fronts are relatively easy. If you've got a really good ultrafine tip pen and it's flowing properly, it glides over these. Rears are definitely a little bit more tricky because it's got more of an angle on. But yeah, not too bad. Now normally I would give them a second coat, but I don't want them to take over. I don't want it to be too bold, if that makes sense. I mean, it's quite bold as it is with one coat, so I'm probably going to leave it like that for now. I can always go back to them at a later date and put a second coat on. But right now is the exciting bit. Put the wheels on, put the body on, and the car is finished. Well, now, that's the chassis, isn't it? That is a chassis. That looks incredible. It's obviously because it's got so much of the... with having a load of metal on to begin with. And now with those added bits. God damn. That is absolutely off the chart. I love this. Finished. And I have to say, I'm honestly, hand on heart, I'm over the moon with this. Now, just please remember, the lighting in here is terrible, so it's making the white look a little bit yellow, and it's actually not. It's and the blue's not popping as it should. But yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon. I was really unsure about the wheels, but now they're on, I love them. That front bumper is just awesome. Look at that back end. That's ace. As I say, I've got that engine bay on order off of eBay, but I might not bother because I just really like how that looks now. To be honest, it kind of looks proper as it is. What an iconic buggy. It really is. I could do a better join there, I've just noticed that. Like slacken that off and line it up a little bit better. So stick in the comments what you think, my friends. Do you like the wheels? I'll try and get it a bit lower so you can see the better angle of the wheels. I think that's a bit of a better angle for the wheels. That looks off the chart. It's suddenly a full week's work on this body shell has kind of paid off. It all seems worth it now. And then from that angle, there's not a bad angle on this car. It's funny, isn't it? The body shell looks old. It kind of does look vintage, even though it's brand new, and I think that's because of the racing white colour. I think had that been the brilliant white, I don't think I'd have got that oldish look to it. I hope that makes sense. It does in my head. And she's finally done. And honestly, I'm honestly made up with this. It's fantastic. Yeah, I just absolutely love it. It's a shame about the lighting in here, what it's doing to the white. What I'll do is, if the thumbnail, I'll take that picture outside and then you'll see it's sort of true colours, if that makes sense. But this has to be one of my favourite builds from start to finish, actually. Without a doubt, the worst body shell I've ever done. It's got to be the trickiest one to do. As I say, I thought the Subaru Brat was the sort of the trickiest, but I think this beats it by quite a bit. But yeah, just going back now to when I built the standard chassis, it's one of the most enjoyable, I don't know how long it took, just say day. It was just so enjoyable putting it all together. It's lovely. And then obviously the paintwork. There's probably easier ways of doing it, and obviously the more skill you've got, the easier it'll be. But yeah, at my skill level, I've got to be over the moon with that. Yeah, close up, it's not perfect, but God, I could probably say that about every one of my cars, to be honest. I mean, the easier bodies I've done, so never mind something like this. And then fitting the extra alloy bits and the wheels, they just work for me. The whole package now is just superb. And this is a bit where I'd normally say, and in the next video, we'll get it running. I don't know right now. Obviously, I've just finished it, but really, and this is a bit that I see it on my Facebook group all the time. It's like people say it like it's a badge of honour. You got to run them. That's what they're made for. I don't think it's as clear cut as that, in my opinion. Could you imagine just taking this out and even taking it steady and just having, I don't know, just something goes wrong, one roll, oh, I couldn't even imagine it. Again, bear with me. As you know, I've just finished this now. A full week from start to finish to get it to this stage. So yeah, ideally I do want it to toddle around in a car park, but certainly no rush to do that. No rush at all. I know how these things run. I think I've got a Rough Rider. I think it's a Rough Rider, isn't it? Yeah, Rough Rider. There's a couple of videos of that running around on a beach and that. You know, this is just the same. You kind of got to weigh it up. If you're a collector, I'm number one a collector. Running them's okay, but it's not a high priority for me. So to get something to this level that I'm really happy with, and then why risk it, you know? But again, that's not to say I won't run it in the future. So yeah, stick in the comments what you think, my friends. It's been a long journey, this one. I'll need a couple of days off now before I start anything else, because this one's very involved. Anyway, a massive thank you to EuroRC for this, because this certainly wouldn't have happened without EuroRC, so a massive thank you. And don't forget, EuroRC's details are in this video's description and the pinned comment, so you can use our Tamiya Legends 5% discount promo code. This is where I'm holding it up. It's really heavy now. It was heavy to begin with, but yeah, that is absolutely off the chart. I love it. So as always, my friends, thanks so much for watching, and definitely happy RCing.